All right, welcome traders. It is Thursday, May 9th, 2024. Let's get into trading and some things to think about today. And what I wanted to share with you is I was doing some training earlier today, and not sure if you've ever read the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey, but I want to take that book and I'm going to relate it to trading a bit. So if you want, sit back a little bit. Let's take 10, 15 minutes and let's just talk about this a bit. But how do you use the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, and how do you turn that into trading rules? So, and trading habits. So the first habit, and I'm going to paraphrase some of these from there, is to be proactive. And what that means is taking control of your trading decisions and being responsible for your own outcomes. And how do you apply this to trading is you really actively monitor your market conditions. You anticipate the market moves instead of reacting to events after they happen. Okay? Following a plan, trading your plan, being proactive and not just being reactive. There's too many people trading that are reactive to something because they didn't have a plan. How do I get out of this trade? What do I do with this trade? What should I do here? What do I do now? Okay, that's all reactive. Okay, have a plan, work your plan. Okay, take control of your trading decisions and be in control. So that's the first habit here, is just being proactive. Okay, so I want you to be proactive, stay in control, have a plan for how you're going to work through every single trade. Okay, now I think I'll put one of these on. Well, what's your plan say? I really don't have a plan for that. Well, then don't make the trade. Okay. Habit number 2, beginning with the end in mind. So when we're planning, what does success look like for you? In Stephen Covey's book, it's really, where do you want to be 3 to 5 years from now? What are the goals you want to achieve? And then setting milestones and working your way backwards. So in trading, same type of thing. What does success look like for you in trading? What are your goals? What's your risk look like? What are the returns you're looking to achieve? Where do you want to go? Okay, we build this into most trading plans as well. Okay, how do you apply this? So you've got a trading goal that's your ultimate goal, and then you break that down into maybe quarters or months or what have you, and then you work your trading plan to achieve that. Don't really start with, I think I want to make 3% a month. Where did you get that number? Did you just make that number up or what have you? You should really have the long-term range of, hey, I want to double this account in 3 years. Okay. Well, in order to do that, I need to grow at 20%, 24% a year, which is 2% a month compounded. Okay. If you do that, 2% a month compounded every 3 years, you double your account. Okay. Work backwards. Okay. So you got to begin with the end in mind and put those plans together. Okay. So habit number 3 really comes down to putting the first things first. What that means is prioritize the actions that are going to lead directly to you achieving your trading success. Okay. So, and your objectives. So what are the risk management? What are your returns? Okay. That you're looking to do, but what are the actions you need to do to achieve that and put some priority to that? So before your trading day begins, what are the market events that could happen today? Okay, depending on your trading style. Okay, what are the potential trade setups that align with your strategy? So every night with you guys on YouTube here, I'm looking at the markets. I'm looking to see what potential setups are there because I want to prioritize what I'm going to do, okay, in order to be successful tomorrow. Okay, I'm also going to make sure that I know my risk management and my rules for trades. Okay, but ideally, I'm planning tonight for tomorrow. Okay, I'm planning ahead. So now we've talked about being proactive, which is putting that plan together, beginning with the end in mind so that I can come up with exactly what I want to do. And then putting first things first, prioritizing what actions you need to become successful. Right? Habit number 4 is really think win-win. And in life, it should be always a win-win situation when you're dealing with somebody, whether it's relationships or friends or coworkers or you're selling something. It's got to be a win-win. If it's always one-sided, like you're getting everything and someone else isn't getting anything, okay, it's not going to be a long-term relationship. It's not going to be healthy for you long-term. But in trading, we want you to approach trading with a mindset that balances risk and reward, aiming for trades that are going to provide good returns while managing your potential losses. So a win-win has to balance the reward with the risk and coming up with a win-win situation. So how do you apply this to trading? Look for those trades, those options trades or options on futures or whatever trade you're doing where the risk reward's favorable. Okay. And we're going to avoid positions where we're putting ourselves in a high risk situation where potential losses will outweigh the gains over time. Okay. Got to come up with a win-win. Okay. I can't want to grow my account at 6% a month and then have a low risk tolerance. That's not going to give you a win-win. Okay. You've got to figure out, where can I find the balance of high risk, okay, and high reward? That's probably, is that where you feel, or are you a medium risk person where you have to lower your reward or lower your goals? You've got to find the win-win, and that approach is going to help you in trading. Habit number 5, you want to seek first to understand, then to be understood, which means really we want to make sure that we uncover other people's needs and wants and desires, okay, before I can weigh in with my take on things. Okay, so that's really where Covey is coming from. In trading, it means really understanding and researching and understanding the market conditions and how they're going to affect you and your trading strategy before you execute trades. So seek first to understand, what's the market look like? What's the market profile? What's the setup? I'm going to do this for you in just a few minutes with the charts. We're going to look at what's going on in the markets, okay? Not putting our opinions on things. We're just going to trade what we see. We're not going to trade how somebody reports the news. Okay? We're not going to trade somebody fear-mongering about something going to happen, or, oh, we've got this coming out today. This could be really bad for them. No, we're just going to trade what we see. Okay? And if what we see seems to make sense, we're going to put the strategies together that will give us the best probability of being successful. So spending time analyzing the market data, potentially, any research, any economic indicators, just really understanding what's going on before you make your trades. So seek first to understand, get a good lay of the land, okay, and then to be understood, or putting your plan into place. All right, number 6 here, synergize. Right, and in Covey's world, okay, this is really working with others, because the strengths of others can help you become even greater. Okay, a team should help you, that's behind you and supports you, and working with a team should make you even greater than you could be by yourself. Okay, so in trading, how does this work? Well, utilize the strengths of different trading strategies and tools, okay, and people to enhance your trading. And how do you do that? Well, you can look at combining fundamental and technical analysis. I'm not a big fundamental analysis guy, but looking at technical analysis to find the best trading opportunities, but collaborating with other traders. I talk about this frequently, not because I run a Discord or someone else runs a Discord or a service or something. I don't care where you go. The thing is, you got to go somewhere. Okay? And you got to find traders with a like mindset. I'll give you a great example. Was in our Discord today, we had a really, really good discussion on taking profits early, typically on a 112. For me, the longer term 112s, or most 112s, I'm taking the naked puts off at 95%. Okay. What's the argument to go to 90 or to 85 or to 80%? Why would you do that? What does that help? And for me, I have to generate enough income. Okay, so the members were really going back and forth. It was a great discussion, okay, of, hey, here's what, here's the pros of this, here's the cons of this. A couple of them were putting together some back tests to show me, well, here's what happens if you go from a 5 delta maybe to a 6 delta. Instead, you can make up for the lost revenue of closing a little earlier. Okay, because I have an income target, because I worked from the end in mind, and I have a monthly income target that I want to hit. Okay, closing at 90% versus 95% for me is going to reduce my income, which means I'm going to have to make that up somewhere, right? Synergize, work with your, work with your group, work with the team, work with other people. If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. Find a room of like-minded traders. It doesn't mean go out and join somebody's day trading Discord when you want to trade longer term options. Okay. That makes no sense. Well, but this guy's making money in his zero DTE service somewhere. If you don't want to trade zero DTE, don't go trade it just because somebody's having some success with it. Okay. You want to find a group that trades the way you want to trade. If you don't want to trade 60, 90, 120-day options and generate monthly income, okay, if that's not, don't join in with my Discord or with our members. Okay, don't come here. Okay, go find yourself an active trading service, which we also have. But find yourself an active trading service, whether that's day trading or scalping or stock trades or swing trading. Okay, go check out the active trader service that we offer. That would be beautiful for you because you're going to be bored to death, even though you're making great money and you're doubling your account every 2 to 3 years. Okay, if that's not enough excitement for you, don't join that service. Okay, or join both and figure them out. But either way, find the service that makes sense for you and find the people that are going to help you accomplish your goals. Okay, that's why I posted my trades when I started, is I wanted feedback. So collaborate with other traders to exchange insights, strategies, improve your own trading. My trading is improved by just being in a group with fantastic members. Okay. Okay. Many of them probably smarter than me, coming up with great strategies and things that affects how I trade. Okay. I don't have all the answers, and I'm open to improving and trading and changing. And the last one here is sharpen the saw. Okay, it's my favorite one of all of the Covey habits, is sharpen the saw, which is basically continuously improving your knowledge, continuing improving yourself, becoming better at whatever it is that you do, whether it's in sales or playing soccer or whatever. What are you doing every day to get better? Continuous process improvement of yourself, reviewing your trades, learning from your trades, reading, watching these videos. If I'm giving you something that's going to help you, every single night you get one nugget from me that makes you a better trader tomorrow by putting something in place. That's all I want. Okay, so hopefully you can take these 7 habits of highly effective people, turn them into how you're going to use these 7 habits of highly effective traders. Take these 7 habits, put them to use, make some rules out of them. And if you do that, you're going to be a much better trader tomorrow, a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. You're going to see your wealth grow if you follow those. All right, so let's move on from here, and let's just get into the markets, and we'll look at our accounts. Let me screen share, jump into the markets quickly. And here is where, we'll get into that part of the habits where we're trying to plan for tomorrow, today. Okay, so planning for tomorrow, today, what are we looking at? If we are able to trade tomorrow, do we have a plan to get there? Right, so taking a look at how the markets closed today, up 0.5%. Not a huge up day, but still continuing just to nicely move up here. Nice move up today, just stair-stepping, higher highs, a higher low here. And you've got MACD, RSI, squeeze are all moving higher. You're in a squeeze. Okay, things look pretty nice and positive on both the weekly here in a nice uptrend, bouncing up to 21, and on the daily, breaking back above the 21 and moving higher. If we look at oil, so lots of trade opportunities in ES. Okay, I think you can put on 112s. You could potentially even, I think, put on some strangles in here. We're just out of strangle range for me. So strangles are off the board right now for ES, any new strangles until it settles down a bit. It's getting a little excited here. Oil. So what's oil doing? Well, oil's been in this nice uptrend for weeks. Okay, pulled back right to the trend line last week, broke it temporarily, one day this week, but then moved back above it. Right, so you're trying to hold the 21 and the 50 on the weekly. So overall, it's bullish with a nice counter trend pullback. Okay, And things are a little weaker here on the weekly, but on the daily, you got this downtrend channel, still bearish, okay? But you're bouncing off of this trend line pretty cleanly right now. And you've got MACD improving, RSI heading up, squeeze is starting to reverse its momentum higher, okay? So this is lending itself to several types of trades out there right now. So I think oil can be traded as strangles. It can be traded as 112s. I think this is even a good time to even sell some puts down on this pullback here, as long as we maybe break through this channel to the upside. So we'll keep watching this, but I like oil here. I think there's a lot of different opportunities to trade. Bonds, really like bonds. I like what bonds are doing. Okay. If we're looking at bonds here on the weekly, all right, you've been in this downtrending channel. So it's bearish, downtrending, but you've got MACD, RSI, and squeeze all trying to reverse inside of this channel. You're getting back to the 21. You've bounced off the bottom of the channel on the daily. You've broken the 21. You can't get through the 50 yet, so that's a little concerning here. But MACD, RSI, and squeeze are all launching themselves to the upside. All right, so I think this looks good overall for bonds. All right, so this looks decent. I think bonds are setting themselves up for strangles. I think you can do 112s here. I even put on some naked puts in here. So I love bonds. And I think if I was in a PM account trading stocks too, I think TLT or TMF would also be potential things to get into down in here. Right. So I think you have time. I don't think you have to rush out today. But I think longer term, we're going to see bonds continue to move up. Gold, I really like what I'm seeing in gold. Okay. Gold's been in this tight volatility box here now for almost 2.5 weeks with a nice break today above the 21, still in the box, so really hasn't broken out, but MACD is improving, RSI is moving up above the 50, squeeze is reversing. Here, you're in a definite uptrend here with a pullback from overbought levels into here. This all looks really pretty nice on gold. I'm long gold. I've got naked puts on gold. I've got 112 trades on gold. I just put another trade on today in gold. Copper. What would you do in copper? Well, it's breaking out of this channel with a strong run up. This thing is just way overbought, well above the 3 ATR on the weekly, which means for me, it would be no touch for just about anything I'd want to do. On the daily, you are seeing, just kind of some sideways or a little bit of running out of momentum here. But I think if you hold this trend line, which we did today, I could probably extend this out fractionally. I don't really know the best place to draw. We'll look here. Okay, if you can hold this trend line, break higher, I think copper can continue to go higher, but right now, I don't think the risk reward is there. So again, we're back to balancing priorities. Is the risk reward in copper better than what we're seeing in oil and bonds and gold? I don't think so. So why not prioritize what looks best, which is what I'm doing with these nightly reviews with you guys. I'm trying to prioritize what looks best. Let's take a look here at NASDAQ. All right, nice uptrend, pull back to the 21, bouncing off of that on the weekly. So weekly looks decent. You got MACD reversing, RSI moving higher. Squeeze is running out of momentum a bit, but still this is not bad. And then on the daily, we've got a nice bullish trend going. We've seen the 21 break above the 50 2 days ago. We're above the 21. We're right at this downtrend line trying to break through it. Look at MACD, RSI, squeeze all moving higher. I like the way tech stocks are looking right now. And I really like Meta and I really like Microsoft. So those will be two stock trades for active trader that I'll be looking at for tomorrow. Like the charts on both of them. All right, real quick, let's try to wrap through this on RTY. Kind of a similar story. It's overall sideways. Okay, not really bullish. It was bullish back here, and then we've just been meandering sideways as we're still stuck at this support and resistance line that we can't seem to really come back and test and launch, but maybe that's what we're getting here. Okay, weekly doesn't look too bad. It's a positive move. Okay, You're starting to get RSI, squeeze, and MACD all moving higher. 21's back above the 50, breaking higher. Stocks are breaking higher on RTY. Bullish PSAR. I like RTY. I think this looks good. It's not good setup for a strangle. It's a little too aggressive right now, but I think it sets itself up for 1-1-2 trades in here, or potentially even some naked puts. Aussie dollar, we've been playing this one. It's just been moving sideways here for quite some time. This is set up really well for strangles, which is what we've got on here. We've got a couple strangles working here. You're seeing it starting to get cooking to the upside. So right now, I'm getting a little leery. We're almost at 60 on the RSI. I would probably shut it down now. I would not add any more strangles here. 1-1-2s are probably potentially possible. You could also, on this thing, if we look at the trend lines heading higher, this is a nice bullish trend, maybe naked puts, ratio spreads, 1-1-2 trades, that kind of stuff. And then on the euro, okay, a little different than the Aussie dollar, but on the euro, this trend line, I'm going to pull it out here again, mucks it up a little bit. Okay. A bit of a symmetrical triangle. You're just hugging this 21. You're hugging the 21 here. It sets itself up nicely for a strangle, which we're in already. But you could also be potentially looking at 1-1-2 trades or something else, but strangles set up so nicely on here. So anyway, the whole reason for going through this with you guys today was to give you an idea of how to be proactive, how to plan for tomorrow today, after I've already begun with the end in mind and I know what I want to accomplish and I know my strategies. So I'm really applying all of these principles from Covey and the 7 habits here. I apply these nightly. You just don't know it. Okay. But I'm adhering to almost everything that's in there. All right, let's take a quick look here at the account for today. We ended the day 274 on the delta. So we're still nicely 0.06 delta. We're very flat on delta, but we're a little bit more positive, which is good with the markets moving up. I kind of like that. All right, theta 1336. We added some trades today. Theta 0.27, not too bad. We wanted, 0.3 would be nicer, but I mean, I don't think 0.2 is bad with the VIX in the 12 range now. VIX is just dead. It needs a defibrillator. Okay. VIX is toast. All right, at least it is right now. And with the VIX that low, having this amount of theta without stretching my buying power, I think is fantastic. If you can be at 0.2% or better in theta right now with a 12 VIX, okay, I think that's fantastic. Right? We did hit a new all-time high again today, 493,841. We're just inching closer, ever so closer to that $500,000 mark. It would be nice to hit that this month, have a couple really good days, and just launch ourselves there. All right, BP usage did increase. We did put some trades on today, so 316,058. However, it's only 53.8%, so we're pretty close to our 50% usage. We'll see if any trades come off tomorrow. We are so close on some strangles and some other trades coming off. I think I'm going to make some adjustments on a few things tomorrow, so I think that's all good. Loss today was 495, but really what that was today was a put debit spread from a NASDAQ PDS from a BA112. I know, a ton of acronyms here. A PDS from NQ on a BA112. Okay, all that nonsense there. But we had already shrunk the size of this PDS for a nice winner to begin with. So we've already booked some money from this particular one already. So that, that's certainly exciting. It's nice to see that we made some money on that roll. And then, even though it cost us $1,300 to put this PDS on when we started the trade, we were actually able to close it out for almost, $900. Not of win, but we recovered $900 of that total thing, not to mention the fact that we rolled part of it up. Okay? And when did we roll that? Can we figure out where we rolled that? Let's see. Gotta go back and figure out. Well, we rolled it back on the 9th. Okay, so we rolled that on the 9th of when? 9th of, oh, on the 23rd of April. So way, way, way back. Here on the 23rd of April. Here we go. So we rolled for 1250. Okay. So 1250, we already rolled, which almost paid for most of this, and then another 900. So overall, we had a good good PDFs that paid us some cash. We bought it for 1335, okay, and we were able to close that thing out decently here. So I like what we did, and we took it off instead of taking the whole remaining part and loss. We were able to reduce some of that. So overall, pretty good. Where does that put us? Puts us up $7,141 for the month, 1.5%, and we're only 9 days in. We are up 16% now, 16%. And we're not even a week hardly into the 5th month of the year. So we're up 16%. So far this year, we are averaging 3.7% a month. Our goal is 3%. Okay? But we're outpacing that decently so far for the year. And we're doing it without pushing our buying power. I mean, look at this. We haven't really been above in 3 weeks here. We haven't been above, well, today's the highest at 53%. Okay. But we've been as low as 37%, which I think was a Tasty Works problem. But we've been as low as in the 40s, 50. We're so consistent with our buying power use. So we're not stretching where we are. We're running pretty safe. We've got great delta, okay, and we're just making money. And we're doing pretty well. So we're moving ahead on everything here. This is all I wanted to cover today. Take a look at those habits from Covey. Take a look at how you can put those to use for you. How can you prioritize? How can you sharpen the saw? How can you begin with the end in mind and plan your trade? How do you create a win-win in trading? Look at all of these things that I covered today. Go back, rewatch that beginning part here. If you felt that was helpful, click the like button down below. I'd appreciate it. If you like to, go ahead and comment in here. Give us the likes. Help us get the word out to go help more traders become more successful. The more people that we can collaborate with, the better we're all going to do. And if you want to collaborate with some of the best minds in trading and the best member group anywhere, the most active Discord anywhere, okay, bar none, I have not found a Discord any more active than this one. Okay, it almost to the point where people feel like it's too much info. Okay? They're drinking from a fire hose. It's okay. Start small, put one thing at a time, and step forward. Sharpen the saw. Process improvement, get better every single day, and we'll see you tomorrow. We're going to get better tonight and do something to help ourselves, help our mindset, help our trading, put our strategies together. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Stay safe. Bye-bye.